Hi. Guess who's back from Florida and back in her humble abode and back with her kitty, Pepper. I love you, Pepper. Yes, you love me, yes. 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 Okay. Yes, I am back, and I also hit 1,000 subscribers. Hello? Okay. I didn't expect that to happen, because I don't know. It's the thanks. Thank you. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about getting that far into YouTube. That's a lot of people. There's a lot of people watching me right now. And I'm getting a little nervy, but it's okay. Pepper says it's okay. Thank you for subscribing, and I really do appreciate it. And I'm glad you guys have been here with me. It's been fun so far. It's been fun. I like it. I like it. I hope to be putting out a lot more content in the future, except one small thing. I have a play coming up after winter break because I'm in college right now, and I will be like really busy during that time, but that'll end in March, so there just might be a little less videos at that point. I hope you guys are okay with that. Okay, that's my little message. Yay. What's the video today, you might ask? Hold on, sorry, this is tangled. What's the video today, you might ask? Well, if you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be talking about my experience when it came to being trans in the social transness, how I was viewed in the community. For those who didn't watch my lore video, I was born a girl, and then I was a trans man for 4 years, and then I detransitioned literally this year, and now I'm back to being a biological girl. Sorry, I forgot to put that in at the start of this video. My bad, y'all. Okay, bye. Okay, let's get started. Basically, from a younger age, I can't really remember if I had a lot of friends or not. It was kind of back and forth. I was also moving quite a bit, so a lot of the friend groups that I had did not stick at all. But I noticed that I would try to become friends with guys more than I did girls, because I just felt like I didn't fit in. I felt like I became friends with guys easier. I felt like they were kind of my thing, I guess. And also I was just a bit intimidated. I don't know, it was kind of back and forth. So I started forming a lot of friend groups that were guys. Either that or, well, at the beginning it was a lot of people who were also trans or non-binary or just experimenting with their, sorry, my hair's messed up. Just trans or non-binary or experimenting with their gender in general. Those were the friend groups that I had. Oh my gosh, my hair is not hairing right now. But because we were presenting ourselves differently and not applying ourselves to gender stereotypes, we were kind of seen as the weird kids, and we didn't really fit in with the rest of the school groups, and it was kind of chaotic in general. I'm gonna try to move this down. It didn't really work out a bunch. I didn't feel like I fit into a lot of places at all, actually. I don't know, but that was mostly during the transition where I wasn't on testosterone, and I still sounded female, and I would get picked on quite a bit, and it was, I don't know, like at my old job, I used to kind of deepen my voice like this, but I didn't know how to drop it down in the stomach like this, so I basically like was still in my head voice, if that makes sense. People thought I was sick all the time and nasally, and it was an experience. But that was also just me trying to, you know, be comfortable with the voice I was given, and it just it was something. But as I started to take testosterone, my friend groups became mostly like cis men, and I would, like, not a lot of people knew I was trans, mainly because of my height. I am a tall individual. I passed a lot, so, you know, I don't know, the way I was treated, I wasn't treated like a girl in the sense of I was treated more sternly sternly. Is that a word? I think that's a word. I was treated more in a more stern way, and I, you know, because as the girl I am now, I'm treated more softly, if that makes sense. Like, oh, I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything. That's just what I've noticed. People would be more assertive with me when I was presenting as guy, and within my friend groups, I also just didn't get to talk about like my emotions that much. It wasn't really, you don't really like, talk about your emotions. I guess a lot of what you do is like just fuck around. It's kind of it. It's fun, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, and I still, you know, have those friend groups that are guys, but I'm not like treated as a guy, if that makes sense. It's like a bit more, it's not awkward or weird now, it's just like I'm a girl in a friend group. It's weird. I don't think it's even in the sense that I'm a girl. It's the fact that they've known me as a guy that whole time, and I am a girl again. And it's just, it's hard to adapt to when you've been used to it for so long. Because I was trans for 4 years, and I was, you know, medically transitioned for a year. No surgeries or anything, just the voice. But you know, it's whatevs. I also noticed that while I was trans, the way I presented myself, I, you know, masked a lot of my emotions. I like kind of put up a wall. I was more reserved, I was quiet, I was not nearly as expressive as I am now, or confident. My confidence was also pretty low, because I was trying so much to fit into this like cool, chill, manly stereotype that I don't know, I feel like I put like a lot of myself to the side of who I am, and I replaced it with what I thought would get me called he or him. And it was, I don't know, it got me thinking of how like we see masculinity in society, and it's just, I don't know, it's very strange. Not saying that all men are like that, it's just what I perceived would get me, that's what I saw would get me to pass at the time, because, I mean, I can't just act like how I am right now, or at least that's what I thought. It's the fact that I thought that I needed to be that way to pass is the thing. I also noticed, it's kind of random, I'm kind of going back and forth with a lot of stuff, but when you're a guy, you don't have to worry about people looking at you a lot, and what I mean by that is like, I don't know, creepy guys, because I do get that now a little bit, like I'll get just eyeballs on me, it's kind of weird. I also love going on walks at night, and I feel like I can't really do that safely anymore, which really sucks, because I got so used to it and not being afraid. And you know, the first time I tried walking at night while detransition just by myself, I got that fear again. I got that fear of maybe what if I'm followed, what if this, what if that. That sucks. It really sucks, it does. And it's not right. It's really not. Now I can't really do nightly walks anymore. I mean, I can't even do that right now. It's snowy and icy. I mean, it hasn't snowed yet, but I'm supposed to get a snowstorm soon, and the roads are icy and it's really bad. People are like sliding out there. I'm supposed to go to work tomorrow. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I really don't. Oh my gosh, but that's off topic. I also, one time, when I was still trans, there was one time I was invited to a frat party, and I went with like 8 other girls. It was this old roommate of mine, and I went with one other guy. He got kicked out really quick. I think it was because he was like, he presented as, he was like a pretty fruity guy, and that was not passing in that frat house. And then I got noticed because I was talking with people, and this guy literally like, one sec. This is my height. I am 5'9.5". This is how tall that guy was. Nope, this somewhere around. That guy like had his arm around his buddy. They were like a whole ass couple with their fucking arms around each other. And he just comes up to me, he goes,
"What are you?"
What do you mean?
What are you?
A freshman? I don't,
Are you pledged? Are you pledged?
No.
Yeah, you're fake. Just say it to my face. You're fake. Yeah, just say it to my face. Say it. Go ahead, say it.
I'm fake? I don't.
Have a good time tonight.
He just like shoves me on the shoulder. I'm like, fucking dick. Like, how much entitlement do you have as a frat member? You're probably a freshman too, just pledged. asshole. Jesus Christ. Anywho, I didn't get kicked out yet, but then I took this girl's picture on Flash, and that got me noticed, and this guy with a fucking beer in his hand was like, hey, you can't be in here. And then the girl that I took a picture with was like, we're leaving. And then, you know, it was like a whole thing. I left, and then I haven't been to a frat since. Bug frats. Except just that frat, because they were just really shitty. And that party sucked, by the way. Those assholes. Basically with those, you can only get in if you're like a hot girl or if you're pledged, I guess. Which is stupid. But, you know, who knows. That kind of got off topic. But, you know, with being a trans guy, I expressed myself more not expressive. I was more masked. And I kind of just got to fuck around a lot. I don't know. But then I detransitioned and I was thrown back into the world as a girl, you know, just by myself, by my lonesome. And I always had trouble making friends with girls. And now that I am a girl again, I was like, oh crap, all my friends are guys and I feel left out of the girl world. So now I gotta make friends with girls. Ooh. And so I did. It was a little tough at first. Like, I literally hadn't had a girl best friend in years. I had like guy best friends, but that is it. I've made a couple now. I'm proud of myself for that, and they're awesome. I wish I had more girls to hang out with, you know? But at the same time, my humor has warped so much to where it's really masculine. And I'll like show that humor to, well, it's only been for a couple girls so far, but some of the girls that I'm friends with, they'll like go along with that humor because they like it. But then I'll like say that, I'll express that humor with someone else, like another girl that I'll just meet, and then she'll be like, and I'll be like, oh, sorry. I'm kind of like in the middle. I feel like I'm in the middle. I'm in this one group that doesn't entirely fit in with girls, but doesn't entirely fit in with guys, and it's been kind of a hassle to work that out. It's weird. I don't know. It's kind of hard to work through, but whatever. I've also experienced catcalling again. Blech. I've experienced compliments that were not needed to be said, and such, and I've also learned that I need to be careful again. I haven't needed to be careful in like forever. What I mean by that is like, okay, nothing like drastic happened, nothing drastic, but I made friends with these two guys at one point, like a couple months ago or something, and I was like, do you want to come over to my house and we'll play Mario Kart or something? Because we were all getting along just fine, and then we got there and one of the guys just made me really uncomfortable. I'm not gonna say any names or anything, but it was just a really uncomfortable time, and I did not like it, and I was even like kind of a little bit harassed, but I'm not gonna like go into detail. But I was literally I was just trying to be like calm with it. I didn't want to like make a big deal out of it. But I hadn't experienced that or anything like that in a long time, and it kind of brought me back into a sense, you have to be careful of who you bring home. And I'm like, okay. Because like when you're a guy, you don't have to worry about that, because no guys are gonna be grabbing your fucking ass or something. I don't know, IDK, it's weird. It's a weird world. You gotta be careful as a girl. Also, I've kind of fallen out of friendships with people that are like trans or non-binary or just experimenting with a gender that isn't the one that they were born with. And I've also even have experienced, one of my old best friends, he like, I don't know, after I detransitioned, he was a trans guy. After I detransitioned, he didn't really treat me the same. And I, like, even one time I got, like, towards the end of our friendship, I got a phone call. He was just like, so why'd you detransition? And I was like, I don't know, I felt comfortable. He was like, yeah, okay, all right. And then he stopped being friends with me because I had an opinion on something of what he said, and then he took it way too seriously. It wasn't about like trans or anything, but it was just like, I don't know. I think it was the whole detransitioning as well that just kind of amped everything up. Like, I'm the same person. I changed my gender again. My bad. It was a time. I'm still I'm still learning. You know, I'm trying to get myself familiar with like the ways of being a girl again, I guess. There are like kind of rules you gotta follow. Like literally getting back into the gender I was, when it was like warm out, I needed a swimming suit, and I hadn't purchased a women's swimming suit in like so many years. And I asked my mom, I'm like, what's a normal amount of revealness? What's a normal amount of body that could be revealed in the swimming suit world? And she was like, I don't know, you're an adult. You can, I don't know, anything. And I was like, okay. I had to ask, you know, friends that I did have that were girls, like the very few that I had, or like family that were women, like, does this look cute? Like, you know, because I was so used to dressing up as a guy that now I had to experiment with my clothing style as a girl again. And it was, I mean, it's been fun. I think I've found a style. I think I've found a style now. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously. And it's been fun. I've had some feminine styles and such, but I feel like that part of me that is pretty tomboyish is still, you know, loving their tomboy gear. It's been fun. Now that I'm a girl though, I'm treated more softly, if that makes sense. It's strange. I don't know if I've mentioned that already in this video. This is a pretty long video, but it's okay. Oh, and then okay. Okay. I am a cashier, right? I'm a cashier, and I've noticed a couple of guys here and there will just be like, can I have your number or something like that. And it's been very strange because I'm also not used to that, and I just try to be nice and be like, oh, well, I have a boyfriend, so no. I also feel like I've been kind of seen as dumb in a way. I don't know. Like, I go to this one mechanic, like, for my car all the time, and every time I go, like, every time I have gone, when I was, like, still trans, you know, the guy's talking to me like normal, he's talking to me about all this car shit and stuff, and it was just like, he was talking normally. And then I went back again recently to get an oil change, and I feel like I was just explained things like very slowly, and I was like, alright. I don't know, it's been weird. But now that I am a girl again, I've become a lot more confident in myself, and I feel like I can just express myself how I please, and I can be out there, and out there, and out there, and out there, and it's really nice. People see me as fun now instead of like really quiet, and I'm trying to find more friend groups that I can hang out with, that I can just be a girl around, if that makes sense. Just, I like being myself again. And it's been fun, and I'm not saying I wasn't myself while I was on testosterone, but I feel like I was hiding a part of myself that I didn't want to be put out in the world because I was afraid I wouldn't be perceived as a man. And now that I can express myself like that, it's just been joyous. It's been nice, and I've appreciated all of the people that have supported me along this way. I'm in a home now that, you know, has supported me the entire time, and like, they're getting used to like me being a girl again, and they've just been there for me every step of the way, and I'm very thankful for that, and I'm thankful for the people that I've stuck around. And one of my friends, literally, like, he was talking to another friend of mine, and he had told him that I've been friends with Adeline for a couple years now, and this is probably the happiest I've seen her. Like, she's more confident now, and it's crazy, and it's wild. It's an experience. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm like I feel like I've been a different person like 3 times, because pre-T I was just like, and then T I was like, now I'm just like, now there's like fireworks. It's kind of cool. I feel like I'm a shapeshifter. I feel like I've had 3 different Pokemon evolutions, and I'm on the final evolution. It's just like, cool. Yeah, but yeah, that's how I've been experiencing this. It's been a ride. Oh, I've also changed my name 3 times. My license is literally, it's got my trans name on it. And every time I went through TSA yesterday and they had to call a supervisor over to check with my ID. Because in my ID, I have this like short hair like this and I'm like looking at the camera with a smile. And I'm labeled as female on my license, but my name is a different name. And then they were like, well, that's you. The machine's just not taking it. Yeah, that's you. And then and then everything exploded. And then I went on my way. It's just I get a little embarrassed when I show people my license because they give me a look. I was a strong little trans man. I got a bit of muscle on testosterone, but obviously not really there anymore. Actually, you see that little bum brother there? Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's like to be a woman. Oh god. That's been my experience so far, and I'm still experiencing new stuff because I only detransitioned this year, and I have a journey in front of me. I have a road, and we'll see what that road brings, you know? But thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you for listening to my rambling. I hope this video gave you some insight on the world of man and woman, or at least as close to man as I could be. I'm aware I didn't have the brain of a man, but I came as close as I could to being one. So socially I was treated like one, internally maybe not, but it's whatever. I was happy either way. So if you have any questions for me, you can definitely write it in the comments below. I'm getting a lot more comments nowadays with my 1,000 subscribers, but if you have any questions, I'll try to look at it below. But thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you want to see more content like this, you can go ahead and add to that subscriber count. That would be pretty awesome. And yeah, no, thank you for listening. Goodbye.